Hi, I'm Adam Burton, and this is the Daily Devo. Today is Thursday, December 2, 2021. This week's Bible memory passage is Philippians chapter 2, verses 10 through 11. So that at the name of Jesus, every knee should bow in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and every tongue confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God the Father. Philippians chapter 2, verses 10 and 11. Here's what happened on this day in history. In 1804, Napoleon is crowned Emperor of France. Napoleon Bonaparte had risen through the ranks of the French army during the French Revolution and became one of the most influential political figures of his era. His self-coronation as Napoleon I took place in Notre Dame in Paris, France. In 1939, the LaGuardia Airport in New York City opens its doors. The airport was named after New York Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia. American Airlines was the first carrier to regularly provide passenger service. In 1982, the first artificial heart is transplanted. Barney Clark became the first person to receive a permanent artificial heart. The surgery occurred at the University of Utah Medical Center. Clark lived for 112 days after the transplant. In 1988, Benazir Bhutto is sworn in as Prime Minister. Benazir Bhutto takes office as Pakistan's Prime Minister, becoming the first woman PM of Pakistan. And in 2001, Enron files for bankruptcy. The Houston, Texas-based energy company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy after reports of widespread accounting fraud became public. At that time, the company became the largest company in the history of the United States to declare bankruptcy. And now you know what happened on this day in history. Meditate today on Proverbs 2. My son, if you receive my words and treasure up my commandments with you, making your ear attentive to wisdom and inclining your heart to understanding. Yes, if you call out for insight and raise your voice for understanding. If you seek it like silver and search for it as for hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. He stores up sound wisdom for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in integrity, guarding the paths of justice and watching over the way of his saints. Then you will understand righteousness and justice and equity, every good path. For wisdom will come into your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will watch over you. Understanding will guard you, delivering you from the way of evil, from men of perverted speech, who forsake the paths of uprightness, to walk in the ways of the darkness, who rejoice in doing evil, and delight in the perverseness of evil, men whose paths are crooked, and who are devious in their ways. So you will be delivered from the forbidden woman, from the adulteress with her smooth words, who forsakes the companion of her youth and forgets the covenant of her God. For her house sinks down to death, and her paths to the departed. None who go to her come back, nor do they regain the paths of life. So you will walk in the way of the good. Thank you for listening to the Daily Devo. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow. God bless.